Blessings, everyone. Today is Wednesday, the 24th of January, 2017. I'm saying that with great trepidation because it doesn't feel like it's anything. It just feels like it doesn't feel like anything. There's nothing in terms of date or time or So, what's going on? I don't know if you're experiencing this. I've been experiencing more time shifts since the beginning of January, and also things going on with money and my home, and everyone seems to be very uncertain that I'm connecting with. There's a lot of energy kind of drifting in and out that I'm watching, and it just feels as if it's very much a mirror of one another through different people, where people are uncertain about time. They're saying that they're going to do something and they don't. And issues with finance, money that's supposed to be coming that doesn't. And it's interesting. And my home, there's a lot going on here, not with me or inside the space, but with the management side of it. I've been here for 11 years, and it looks, from the inside, it's great. It's very calm. It's a beautiful healing space, and it's very peaceful. And on the outside, the connections with the space here, everyone that's involved seems to be going through an alignment of some sort, which is affecting me, and it seems to be affecting the whole consciousness and the whole system that's in place, where there's a change happening within the collective, I guess. We've got lots of change happening in Edinburgh City here, in terms of the housing side. There's lots of people coming in from outside, people wanting to come and stay from different cultures. We have refugees here who are being housed, and there's a great deal of it feels like there's a foundation being built for this purpose, but I'm finding myself in the midst of this energetically, and it's affecting my security here and my safety with my home. Yeah, and there's a time thing going on with it as well, which is I have to stay very, very rooted in myself, and very connected in with all the changes that are going on with crystalline body upgrades, and my body is realigning. A big change happening physically for me, which is interesting. It feels really good. I'm starting to feel the strength coming in from the crystalline body, because I've been in this process for a number of years, which I mentioned in a previous video. I really had to take the space and the time to rest. Rest isn't really the word that I would use for that, but that might be how it's looked at from the outside, but it's not really resting, because it feels like I'm working, even though I'm lying down. Lots of energy coming through with these upgrades. So at the present time, when I'm tuning into the planet, I'm seeing that the illusion is drifting off somewhere. It looks as if there's some kind of what is this? It looks as if there's an energy that's lifting the illusion and that which is elusive and not real. That makes sense because we're experiencing lots of reality shifts and have been for a while now. So there's a sense of this energy that I'm talking about being lifted. So it's been raised, and it feels as if we're being asked to really trust in our own internal process, to really go into ourselves deeply whenever anything arises on the outside that we're not sure of, and really deepen into the internal process and how we are able to connect through our multi-dimensional self from inside. To be aware that that the illusion is the illusion, and to really be in our foundation of the new earth that is coming in to support us through these processes. So it's really this birthing process into the new earth, and also this sense of timelessness, which is something that I've been living in for really strongly for the past 20 years or so. There's a need to understand within ourselves that when we live from a higher state of consciousness and we're aware in that space of the reality of life, which is very clear. If you can imagine that you're looking down on the world and on humanity from above, and you're seeing the earth and the changes from a place of deep connection and freedom. There's no emotional attachment. There's just this sense of clarity. Seeing what's going on in the moment, very often before anything happens. That's another question that I have. I might do another video on that, on the knowing self. There's a need to recognize that when we're living in this higher consciousness, that everything flows and harmonizes. So in reality, we don't actually need anything because everything is already there. And everything is moving towards us continually. Even when it feels as if there's nothing happening, there is actually a space there for us to be able to be free. And this freedom and this spaciousness is needed for us to fully align and receive what we truly need. Otherwise, if we if we're not in that space, then we get in the way of what is needed and what we're truly living from our higher self. So it's interesting. It takes a great deal of work to really work through the body with this higher consciousness. and feel the connection in there with the light and the crystalline energy, which feels as if the body's becoming lighter, and it's freeing up anything that's dense or solid in our lives is being freed up into the light of ourselves. So the answer, or the message I should say, is I keep being told not to worry about anything, and I've been told this for a long time. And I, at the present time, because my energy's aligning so much, I can feel this sense of freedom and this ability to breathe and feel this kind of blissful, this is it. This is a connection here. And then as the alignment moves, then it can change. And I get this sense of, what's happening? Because I'm starting to feel the human part that is afraid. And there feels as if there's a lot going on. It's not actually it's not my stuff. It's other people that are connected with my space here and my home. But it's difficult for me to, I guess, continually reminding myself that that's what it is, that it can't harm me. So it's quite a journey. Anyway, sharing that today. There's something going on with a monetary system. I know that I'm experiencing things with money, which is part of the bigger picture, but I can see that there's issues going on with finance, the economy. It looks as if globally there's a movement going on to really free up the economy as much as possible on a global level. And each part of the globe in each country is dealing with their own alignment, I guess, their own movement within their systems, the way that they are able to keep things in order. That looks as if it's becoming more and more free. So in many ways there's there's a balance that's coming in that is again to do with the time shifts and these reality shifts, and it's all about letting go. And when it comes down to money, it can be a really, really frightening and fearful experience if you're letting go of the need to control money and you're in a secure position, or have been, and you're finding that it's shifting, that the energy is shifting, that things are not the way they used to be, that there's no security there in the way of money. The money doesn't create security. So it's part of our journey of realization that we can't create our own safety or security through stabilizing ourselves financially. It's really asking for us to step into our creativity, to allow life to happen, to create the space for that, to know that everything is in divine order and that we're all going through our own personal journey, and there's a real sense of how we connect. I feel is important to recognise with both ourselves and also through life itself as an extension of who we are. And this year is also, it's an 11 year. That's what I've been told anyway. And 11 for me, and the message that I get about 11 is it's a gateway. And I feel that this year is about being in the gateway and recognising that we're all gatekeepers and that we're all moving through life as this doorway into a new world and the new earth. So it's really the symbol of this this new earth that we're moving into, and all these systems that are changing, and things happening maybe not in a way that feels clear. So I'm just sending energy to this at the present time, and it's a good thing to do for your life, is to send energy to all the systems that are in place that are they're trying to do their best by finding their way through a deepening into the heart and into Gaia. It's allowing humanity to come into balance, where we're all living together as one source, one family. So I'm just sending energy in just now as I speak and asking for this alignment to be freed up in a way that allows the flow of life to harmonise and life to become more and more gentle. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. It's very cold here. I've just felt the chill coming in. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's starting to get dark. And it is so difficult trying to do anything at this time of year. And really, my body's just telling me to hibernate and climb into my cave. So as I go into my cave, I'm just also sending lots of love from here and wishing everyone a beautiful day. And if you're in winter time, stay warm. And if you're not, then enjoy the sunshine and send me some, please. Thank you. I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.